Feel the rhythm. Feel the rhythm. Feel the rhythm. Feel the rhythm. Wait, I have no rhythm, right? Like. Welcome back, everybody, and thank you for joining me for another artsy video. I'm the Craft Monster, and today we're going to be doing another Dollar Tree DIY. So for today's Dollar Tree DIY, what we're going to be making is word squares. So before we get started, we always have to start by gathering our supplies. So I went ahead and went to the Dollar Tree, and I was able to get these tumbling tower games, which are like little wooden Jenga pieces. Okay, so we're going to use these for our word squares. I also have some Gorilla Glue and some white acrylic paint and black chalk paint. Okay, we also have the paint brushes and our sponge. So now that we have everything we need, let's jump in. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we're going to take some of these wooden Jenga pieces. We're going to grab 3 of them. And these 3 are going to kind of make the surface of our word square, okay? And so what we're going to do is take this Gorilla Glue and we're going to just put a nice strip of glue on the side of this piece. Get it to come out. Okay, just like that. Then we're going to take this and kind of just press them together and then take these 2 and put them on the outer parts of this middle one. Okay, you're also going to need to have a paper towel handy just so that you can wipe off any excess glue. If you look closely, you'll see that I have some extra glue there. So I'm just going to wipe this flat. Okay, and you can even them out, make sure they're completely even, and then just set them aside to dry. Okay, so I went ahead and made 3. Make sure that when you're making these, you want to make as many as you need for each letter in whatever word you choose. So I've chosen the word joy, so I went ahead and made 3. Okay, so we've let these dry in enough time. So now we're going to start to go on to the next step, which is basically to paint these. Now you can use whatever color of your choice. I'm actually going to use white because it's simplistic and it goes with most home decor. And so we're going to paint these in the color of white, just like so. So now we've painted our squares. I'm actually going to take 3 more pieces and we're going to actually paint these as well. These are going to act as the base to our word square. Okay, so we're going to paint these the same way that we just painted the other ones. Okay, so now that we've painted our word squares for the word joy, we're going to set them aside, let them fully dry. And while we're waiting for them to dry, we're going to work on another word. So I decided that kitchen might be a good one that people could use in their households. So I went ahead and pre-made these, okay, and we're going to actually put this together. Okay, so you see I'm just spreading these letters out, these letter squares or word squares out. Okay. You want to make sure, because you've glued these together, they do have the little lines. You want to make sure those lines are all in the same position. Okay, so whatever position you prefer, I'm actually going to do them horizontally because I think that looks good. So it kind of gives it a shiplap look. So I'm going to turn every single one in the same direction, just like so. Okay, so now that we have them positioned the way we want them, I thought that this particular word for kitchen, I think it actually would look nice in the original wood grain. So we're not going to paint these, but instead we're just going to go ahead and add our letters to it. And so I was able to print some letters out with using my Cricut. Okay, let me grab this. So I have some pre-printed letters here that say kitchen. And I'm going to go ahead and just transfer them onto the front surfaces of each of my word squares. And I'm going to do this by using my transfer tape and doing it one by one. And just position this to make sure that it looks like it's pretty much in the middle and it's straight. And then press. Just like that.
Just tell me what to want.
All right, and there you have that. So the word kitchen is all complete. Now, to make this a word square that stands, I have to add a little bit of a base to it. So I have these extra Jenga pieces or these extra wooden blocks. And what I'm gonna do is take my Gorilla Glue and I'm gonna glue it to the base of this, which will allow it to stand, okay? So we're gonna do that right now. So pick the best side too, because some of these have really nice patterns, like this one for instance, and some of them not so much, but pick the side that looks the best, okay, especially with these ones that you're keeping in the original wood grain. And then just glue, put your glue on the bottom. You don't need a whole lot. This glue really does work and it goes a long way. So just kind of spread it out and then place it on this block, leaving a little bit of a ledge in the front. And before it sets, you can shift it around to get it in the placement that you like. So there's that, and I'm gonna do the same thing for every single letter. Now this is our last letter. Okay. So now that I've attached all of these, we're just going to set them aside and let them fully dry. And now we're going to switch back to our other set that we've painted, which should be fully dry by now. Okay, so these are pretty dry. So we're going to go ahead and just add our letters to this. Okay, so we have our J, and we're going to do it in the same exact way that we did for kitchen. Just making sure this is straight, or as straight as I can get it, and I'm going to press this down and peel my transfer tape. And just be careful with using Cricut's transfer tape. If you're doing it on a painted surface, it can sometimes pull that paint off. So you want to do this very carefully. Just like that. And I'll do this for the rest of the letters. Okay, and I'm just going to remove this again. Carefully. All right, and there we have that. Okay, so it looks nice. It's got that shiplap look. Okay, so now all we have to do is add our base to this, just like we did on the kitchen. Okay, and notice I didn't paint every side of it. It's okay. Once you have it all situated, you can go back and finish painting any areas that need to be touched up. Okay, so we're going to take that wood glue again, and we're just going to glue this in the same way that we did before. So here is the finished look. As you can see, I went ahead and also made the word faith, and I used the black chalk paint for that one. And so this is what they all look like. I kind of like them all. They can be placed anywhere in your home. Of course, the kitchen one can be displayed on your kitchen. It can be on the windowsill. It can be above your cabinets. It can be on your table, however you want to use it. And then these other ones can be placed anywhere in your home, whether you have an office or your living room or just a knickknack that's sitting on maybe a desk in your house. They're good for everything, and I think they're really cute. So there you have it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this Dollar Tree DIY. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! Whoa! What is happening? Okay, here we go. Take 6. So 14 days? Okay, take 12. Alright, come in. Here we go. Take 15.